Well, the Israel-Hamas war has now entered day 5. The IDF has said that dozens of Israeli Air Force fighter jets have struck over 200 targets in the Al-Furqan neighborhood, which is believed to be the area where the Hamas executes its attacks from. This is the third counter-strike in the area during the last 24 hours, in which about 450 targets have been struck. As of now, about 1,000 Israelis have been killed and 2,800 have been injured. 50 are confirmed to be missing or they have been taken hostage into the Gaza Strip.
What we have been doing from the air over the last hours and actually an entire day is striking Hamas targets with great power and severity. We have been striking all of the different targets, the military targets belonging to Hamas. Now, you may have seen footage on TV or on social media, and you may see a building standing and then flashes and then the building collapses, and you say to yourself, well, that looks very much like a civilian building. What I want to tell you is that no, that isn't a civilian building. It is a legitimate military target. And why is that? Because Hamas locates all of their offices, headquarters, their research and development, and all of their other military assets, if it's above ground, they locate themselves in civilian buildings. And Hamas, being the cowards that they are, they never put signs on their buildings saying, "Welcome to the Hamas headquarters for planning terrorist activity in Israel," or "Welcome to the Research and Development Center for drones and projectiles."
All right. And to get us a sense of what's happening there today, let's go across to Sderot, where Alicia is reporting from. Alicia, good morning. Alicia, to begin with, give us an update on how the war has progressed since yesterday. Now, of course, we just heard the IDF spokesperson essentially telling us that they have struck a large number of targets of the Hamas within the Gaza Strip. Tell us more, and also tell us how Sderot is doing, because yesterday we had reports coming in from there of a large number of airstrikes launched from the Gaza Strip into Sderot.
Well, yes, Nupur, the situation is still the same, because we have been hearing since the last night there are rockets which is being fired constantly, and the siren which is continuously on. But as far as the IDF spokesperson statement is concerned, that clearly stated that doesn't offer Israeli Air Force fire jets which were struck toward 200 targets in the Al-Furqan neighborhood terrorist hotspot from which Hamas devises and executes their attacks. This is the third counter-strike in the area during the last 24 hours, in which 450 targets were struck. Moreover, it has also been mentioned that there are 1,000 plus Israeli have been killed, whereas 2,800 plus have been injured. And there are also hostages who are also been missing. The search operation is still being carried out. But as far as the Israeli Air Force is concerned, they are continuing the extensive wave of attack in the Gaza Strip. Dozen of Air Force fighter jets. They have also been put up near the Gaza Strip, near the border. And we even know that the Navy, Air Force, and the other forces that attack naval targets of the terrorist organization Hamas, a driver who tried to enter Israeli territory was also killed. This is the official from the IDF spokesperson, and as the war has the Israel-Hamas war that has entered the 5 days, and we know that still there are explosions that has been coming up, but we even know that it's also the Israeli forces who are also retaliating.
Now, yesterday, Alicia, there was some talk of the Israeli forces actually entering the Gaza Strip to be able to get back the hostages who have been taken. Now, reports seem to also suggest that these hostages can be, from other countries as well. We've had the US come in and say that we believe that 10 of our citizens are missing. There are reports that there were certain British citizens also. So give us a sense of how, Israel plans to deal with the hostage situation, because that may still be a bargaining chip that Hamas has.
Well, yes, we know that there are prime minister who is constantly having a meeting and being taking the stock of the situation, and there are IDF chief who was present and giving all the details about it. But let me tell you very much clear, because we have been reporting since more than 24 hours now. But as far as the forces is concerned, they have been looking into the citizens here, and they have been strictly instructed that no one should come out of their residence whenever they hear the silence. But as far as Gaza border is concerned, we have been hearing the siren constantly, and there are even yesterday we saw the visuals that there are missiles that was being held up, and there was constantly massive missiles. All the rockets were fired up constantly. But we know that the prime minister is been getting the support as far as the global is concerned, and the latest we know that whether Benjamin Netanyahu, who has spoken to US President Joe Biden, I think this is for the third time, where he has told him that the Hamas is worse than the ISIS and that they should be treated in the same way. Whereas the Prime Minister, where the President Biden has retaliated that the US stand by Israel and full support its right to defend itself. So it is something we have been seeing that there are the global support where the Israel has been getting through, and yes, even we saw the visuals of the forces who have been moving toward the front. So they are fully ready, but again there are some of the more citizens which has to be evacuated to the safer place. Is the major concern for the Israel as of now, because the Hamas who have been targeting are the women and the children. Which is why they are really not able to retaliate as far as the ambassador statement is concerned. So they have been waiting. All the people, the citizens, should be taken to the safer place, so that Israel will retaliate in a better way. And we even been heard that Israel has clearly mentioned whether the fact Hamas has started this war, which is going to be ended by Israel.